2009 NBA playoffs. I mean, we're going to go over the 4 remaining series right now, of course. And first and foremost, King James. When he first came out of high school and they were calling him King James, I was just like, what, please? I was just like, come on. And then when he nearly had a triple-double in his NBA debut at Sacramento, I was like, okay, interesting. But his career, talk about, have we seen an athlete ever, other than Tiger Woods, be able to exceed the hype that was brought upon him or her?
Well, I think you're hitting it on the head comparing him to Tiger Woods. You can compare him to Michael Jordan. You can compare him to Babe Ruth. You can compare him to Alexander the Great. You can compare him to George Washington. I just don't think that the comparisons and the analogies can be lofty enough when you're talking about LeBron James, who, Nabaté, let me take you back to the McDonald's All-American game,
yes,
which was a lot of our introduction to LeBron James. We had heard of him, but we had not seen him with our own 2 eyes. That night, watching that game, I said to myself, and anybody who would listen, and I actually went on the air on NBA TV back in my early days with them, saying that this kid is a Hall of Famer. I called him a Hall of Famer when I saw him play for the first time. His skill set is from Mars or Jupiter. Okay, we've never seen a guy that big, that fast, that powerful, with that vision. And, he did not have the jump shot coming out of high school, and a lot of people said he'd never get it. And I said, how can you put anything past this guy? How can you set a ceiling on this phenom? I just thought it was asinine, and of course, it only took him a couple of years to get a jump shot that was completely true. And now if he's left wide open, as Atlanta did in Game 1 of the second-round series, LeBron is like, fine, you're going to back off and give me a wide-open jump shot? I'm going to splash it in your face half of the time.
Yeah, absolutely. And he developed that jump shot as time went on. It was so funny. That was a great point you made about him being a Hall of Famer, because his passing ability, at that time he was 6'7", now 6'8". At 6'7", 240 pounds, the way he can move like a gazelle, pass like a point guard, like a 5'11" point guard. I mean, just amazing, just amazing overall skill set at a young age.
Well, he's got, just think about it. He's got Karl Malone's body. He probably has Jason Kidd or Allen Iverson's baseline-to-baseline quickness. He has Magic Johnson's vision and creativity. He has Michael Jordan's in-game dunking. And then he just puts the LeBron flair on everything he does. And he's, I think, the 3rd youngest MVP, and I'm actually surprised he's not the youngest MVP, because he's the youngest to 8,000 points, the youngest to 9,000 points. He's the youngest to everything. I don't know yet if he will go down as the greatest of all time, but when his career is over, LeBron James will stack up among the Mount Rushmore figures in the NBA. He'll be right there with Russell and Wilt and Michael Jordan and Magic Johnson. He'll be right there with those guys.
And Larry Bird, too, as well.
Well, Mount Rushmore's only 4 guys, so I had to chop it off at 4. But if they had a 5-man Mount Rushmore, Larry Bird would be on it.
Right. Yeah, that's for sure. Wow, and it's amazing. And Cleveland, talk about overall this season, with Mike Brown being the coach of the year, coming from the Greg Popovich school, and how important is Mo Williams as well this season for Cleveland, giving them that second option?
Nabaté, when they made the trade in the offseason for Mo Williams, I had the Boston Celtics repeating. That was going to be my prediction for the upcoming season. And when Cleveland got Mo Williams, I said, no, I got to change that. I got to switch my prediction to Cleveland, because I thought what had been holding the Cavaliers back in that second-round series against the Celtics and in the NBA Finals the year before against San Antonio was the fact that it went from LeBron James down to a guy who can maybe give them 15 to 20 on a really good night. Well, Mo Williams gives them a guy who can give them 20 to 30 points on any given night.
Yes.
And that will deflect enough defensive attention, and it'll make Big Z better. It'll make Delonte West better. It'll make Danny Gibson better. So I just thought that was the, working team, one executive of the year for bringing in Chauncey Billups. But the Mo Williams get by Danny Ferry was just as important to the Cavaliers.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, absolutely. And you know what really upsets me about Atlanta? Every time what upsets me is that they could have had D. Will or CP3 as their point guard. They would have been, they would have been NBA title contenders right now, the Hawks.
No, there's no question about it. they would not be a team making steps toward a championship. They would be a team that by now would be ready to win big playoff series with Chris Paul, no doubt about it.
Or Deron Williams, either which one. Like those guys are like 1A, 1B. That's for sure.
No question.